Hello lovely people, Ken's here, and today we are going to talk about decks that for whatever reason I just don't see discussed online as often or at all even. So, you may have a different experience. Just a disclaimer, feel free to let me know if it's been different for you. This is just my perspective, but I thought it would be fun to share some decks from my collection that I don't see talked about as often, and I feel like there's a high chance that you might find something you didn't know about before, and that to me makes it totally worth it. So without further ado, here are some hidden gem decks from my collection. So, and by the way, please ignore my nails. They are not properly painted, but we will just ignore that. I wanted to start with two decks that are very tonally different, like very, very much so, but they come from the same source. So these two decks are ones that the YouTuber Vanessa Samina uses in a lot of her readings. And so that's how I learned about both of them. So I definitely see these sometimes, but she's really the only one, is my point with this. It's only one time I've ever seen, or one person, one source that I've ever seen use these. Okay, my camera was just having a conniption, but she's really the only source that I've seen use these, but they're really cool. So the Divine Feather Messenger Oracle is a bird deck. Love any animal deck, but this is a really cool bird deck where the cards are this awesome, like very long vertical kind of shape, and they are dual-sided, so they don't have the same back. They're actually each feathers, and then on the other side we have the bird type, and a really like cool message from each bird. So I really love that. The power of divine grace is within you. Accept the inevitable, let go of the past, and welcome a rebirth to begin, with the vulture, which of course makes sense. Find comfort and balance in simple ways. Just really, really sweet messages. Like not too fluffy, not too heavy either. Just like pretty neutral, middle of the road, encouraging messages, and really beautiful artwork. So I just find this deck to be like so underrated. I never see anyone else using it. And I love animal decks. I'll go for like almost any animal deck that's out there, to be honest. And these are just amazing. So I wanted to share this one. I won't go through every single card, but as you can see, they're just stunning, and the feathers are so pretty. It's just very visually appealing and really great messages. So that's the Divine Feather Messenger Oracle. The other deck that I just mentioned, which is extremely different, is the Pink Pain Tarot deck. So again, really could not be more different. This is a remake of the original indie version. So I know that one's out of print and really hard to find, but this one I believe is still available. And this deck is very unique. It has, I would definitely describe it as shadowy. You could probably deduce that just from the box and the name. And some of the images are a little scary, not gonna lie. There's definitely some body horror, there's some dark themes, but really cool characters. And I obviously can't read the actual characters on the cards, but I just love the aesthetic. Definitely great for shadow work or just readings about heavier topics. That's a bonus card. Like, how many decks have an enemy card, So yeah, this could be triggering for some people, I will say, but I love this fool. I think it's really cool, and I've quite literally never seen it anywhere else. And I don't know why, because like, look at these cards. It's amazing. I think if I had to guess about why this isn't more popular, I believe the manufacturing takes place in Europe. Like, it's not an American creator. Not that that's the be all end all, but perhaps that's why you don't see it more. But yeah, love gonna stop rambling or this video is gonna take forever, but this deck is super underrated. I honestly need to use it more. So yeah, that's the Pink Pain Tarot. This next deck was a gift, and that's gonna be a theme with a lot of these because, I mean, that makes sense. Like, how else would I have found it but from a friend? Or again, just stumbling upon it online would be the source for, I think, all the rest of them. But this deck is a Steven Universe tarot deck, so this won't mean much to anyone who hasn't seen the show, but I really love this. Obviously, I'm going to be biased because it was a gift, but like, look at these cards. They're so colorful. I really like this stylized like border situation. Like, it really gives them a proper tarot vibe, and they're very much like very accurate to the show. Like, clearly this person loves both Steven Universe and tarot, the artist who created this, who I do not know, but this is online. I believe it's still in print. Like, look at this Two of Cups. If you know, you know. But yeah, I had to put this out there in case there's a Steven Universe fan who doesn't know about this deck, because it's really amazing. I also need to use this one more. Super, super underrated. I guess this one makes a little bit more sense as to why you don't see it, because most people don't watch this show. But if you do, this is like the Happy Squirrel card. My camera is bugging today. This is a Happy Squirrel card in this deck. But yeah, love. If you love Steven Universe, I highly recommend this deck. It's really fun. This next deck, I believe I stumbled across on Kickstarter, and I've quite literally never seen it anywhere, not even once. And it is so beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and honestly really emotional. So this deck is by the artist Haley Brown, and like I said, it's very emotional. I think it has a lot of themes of grief. At least that's how I interpret it. I love this card because it reminds me of my dog. So cute. And yeah, it's cool. These ones that sort of have dual placements of the keywords are really cool. And I just love the very limited color scheme. I think a lot was accomplished with just a few colors, which is really cool. And you also don't really see this color scheme super often. Like, it would be easy for it to not look good, but they made it look really good. Healing is work. Yes, it is. Reflect and respond. This deck, yeah, I'm surprised I haven't seen it in any of the tarot tubers I follow, because it's really cool. I don't know if it is still available at all. I can look it up and I'll put links if it is. But yeah, really, really special. Really gorgeous. And I've never seen it online. So that is the Tearwater Oracle. Next one is the Cabinet of Curiosities, which I think I might have heard once in passing, but I've never seen it. Never seen it. And this deck is very unique. I really love it. It's basically things you would find in a Cabinet of Curiosities, which I literally quite had as a child. Like, I had this little like tiny, like, not wardrobe, but cabinet. It was like a little mini cabinet, like not attached to a wall or anything. And I had like a seed pod and like, you know, cicada molts and just random things like this. So this really resonates. And you know, I have a lot of like alchemy kind of decks, and these are just like cool witchy magician-y materials. Wow, wait, how have I not put them to this close together and like appreciated this little circly bit? I don't know how I managed to never do that, but that's really cool. They look really good right next to each other. Yeah, and there's a lot of these cards too. I like how little they are. like specimen jar. That is very much the vibe. Teeth, you know. I love how little they are, and there's so many, and they each have like very unique meanings. So there is a small guidebook that it comes with. And yeah, I never seen this one, but it's really cool. This was also a gift from a friend. So I don't know about finding it online. Again, I'll try to put links if I can find them. But yeah, I love this. It's so fun. So underrated. I don't know, never seen it, but here it is, the Cabinet of Curiosities. Next, I have the Phenomena Oracle deck, and this one is out of print, I believe, as are many of Jessica Bott's decks, but this one's really cool because it's all natural phenomena. And I never see anyone using this. I think maybe I saw it like once, but like recently too, within the past couple of months. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, and I was like, dang it, but I still wanted to include this because I think it's really, again, just super underrated. It has all natural, and there's some like ones that you wouldn't have known of, like Haboob. I mean, maybe you knew about that, I did not. And there's, you know, all the basic elements that you would think of, with some cool surprises in there. And they have, you know, interesting meanings per this, also a small little guidebook. Gives like 3 keywords for each one. And yeah, there's like such simple art, but they really convey a lot of meaning and are really beautiful, and I feel like it goes well with a lot of other decks too. So yeah, this is a Phenomena Oracle deck. Underrated for sure. Next, I have the only majors only deck that I own, and it's called Mindscapes. And I very vividly remember finding this on Instagram during like peak pandemic times. I guess I'm not allowed to say that. Oh well. This is by John A. Rice, and again, it's majors only, so only the major arcana cards, but they're really beautiful, hand painted, I believe, and they also have a couple bonus cards, like the catacomb here. Really cool. If we ever focus, there we go. Really cool, just so detailed, like you can really gaze into them for a long time. And I also have like the full color large guidebook. It's almost like an art book that goes with this. And yeah, these are really stunning. I've never seen it other than like his own posts. I've never seen a tarot tuber talk about it, so I really wanted to bring this out because they're so special. I mean, look at how magical, like each one just like gives such a sense of adventure for me personally. I just want to like jump into all of them. Really special. So yeah, that is Mindscapes, a tarot panorama. I just talked about this one in my fall deck pairings. That's true for a couple of these, but the Nocturna Oracle deck was one that I found on Etsy, and I love that it's black backgrounds, really punchy for that reason, and really like just like high quality cards. Like it's not faded at all. It's like a very staunch black. And yeah, they are really cool. Meanings that you definitely have to look up. Like it's definitely not very intuitive. I would definitely call it more of like an advanced deck. And the guidebook is not in order, which is difficult. No numbers or alphabetical order or anything. So it's hard to jump around, but this deck is just amazing, and I have never ever seen it, not once. I don't know why, because it's so cool. I mean, I guess, you know, because it's only on Etsy kind of thing, so you would have to like find it by accident and be compelled to get it. But I never see it, and I'm like, look at that, like, ah, it's magical. The wisteria reminds me of Demon Slayer, and I love the cards that aren't all black too, like stand out a little bit, like the Night Sky one as well. Oh yeah, there we go. So pretty. So yeah, a lot of nighttime friends and highly underrated. And I like that it's not all forest. There's like another one that really stands out. They're not all forest. There's like deep sea, there's crystals. It's amazing. So this is the Nocturna Oracle. I'll link the Etsy shop in the description, but yeah, that's that. Next one is the Somatic Tarot, and I believe this was a Kickstarter. I honestly couldn't tell you how I found this one, but really high quality cards. It feels very like thick and heavy, and the colors are amazing. So this deck is extremely unique. It really is something you have to sit with. I don't think I've even spent enough time with it, honestly. I mean, it's like literally a visual representation of vibes and of energy, and the guidebook is really unique as well. I've never seen this deck outside of this artist posting about it. It's honestly criminal because it's really, really special, and now more than ever, somatic healing I just think is going to be like more and more relevant. So this is just incredibly powerful. Like, look at that. This is the World card. Focus. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, this deck is really, really special. I don't even know what else to say, honestly. It's so unique and so itself and really groundbreaking, honestly. And I never hear about it. I don't know. I don't need to speculate about why every single time, I guess. But yeah, that's just all I have to say about it. I think it's a hidden gem because I don't see it, and it's so special. So highly, highly recommend. I recommend all of these, you know, that wasn't obvious, but yeah, highly, highly recommend. Next, I have another gift from a friend. It's the Naughty by Nature Tarot, and I'm gonna be careful. What? I'm gonna be careful what cards I show because not all of them are appropriate for YouTube. Some of them are. Here's the tame one, the Magician. This one's fine. High Priestess. Why are these so close together? That's so random. I can't show that one. Some are definitely a little creepy. But this deck is so unique. I've never seen anything like it. I think my friend got it from Etsy. But yeah, it's just so special. So there's definitely more, you know, intimate cards in the deck for sure. So just be aware of that. But some of these are fine for YouTube. It's really a mixed bag. Some are a little scary, some are a little freaky, some are funny, some are just plain confusing. What's this moon doing? It's mooning us. Oh. I should have pre-selected cards instead of viewing them slightly in frame, but yeah, this deck is really cool. This one is like really a deep cut, I think. Like, I've never ever seen this. So yeah, Naughty by Nature. I definitely recommend. Like, what is going on? I don't know. That's definitely a nightmare though, I'll say that much. Overall, it was definitely very fun and very naughty. So that's the Naughty by Nature Tarot. Another deck I've also never seen that I believe I have an old video on. I've been on and off with this channel for a long time, but I really want to make it a thing. Is the Uncertain Oracle. So it was made like this. This is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. This was made during a time of great uncertainty, aka the panoramic, if I can't say that. But yeah, obviously very special circle cards, very colorful. Some of them are maybe hard to read, like this says Curiosity, but it's, you know, you kind of have to squint at it or just know it. But yeah, this is really special. I love the colors. There's some really good unique keywords, and I just have really good memories with this deck, like really profound readings, and it can be very emotional as well. Like integration, what a unique one. Friend, like sweet, belonging, and there's also like heavier ones too, but embodied, frustration, self-compassion, visitation, and shout, light. There's some dark ones too. I love that there's an ancestor card. Like, I think this one is great for ancestor readings, honestly. Second sight, name, spirit. I like the nightmare card too, really cool. Not even that nightmarish, honestly. Grief, powerful AF. So yeah, this is the Uncertain Oracle. Again, I have a video that I'll link about it, but I would highly recommend, and I've never ever seen it, so not to just keep saying the same thing over and over again, but like, I don't know what the deal is with these decks. They're so good. So that's the Uncertain Oracle. So I also just had this deck in my fall picks video, but another really cool black background deck is the Botanica Tarot, and this was a gift. I believe it was a Kickstarter. And I never see this one. It's very unique. It's definitely more of an advanced deck because it doesn't even have words on it, only symbols, and like you really have to look into the images. I like this Hermit card a lot. You really have to look deeply into the images to get them, but it's really solid. It's just so pretty. A lot of deep meaning. Really high quality cards, and yeah, it just looks really good with other like black background decks or black and white decks. Really can go with a lot of things with this rainbow color palette. But yeah, I just feel like it's so balanced. Like it doesn't look garish at all, to me anyway. It just looks perfect, honestly. So I love this deck, and I don't see it. But yeah, Botanica is how it's spelled. The Botanica Tarot. That's that one. Really great gift. Okay, so these next two decks go together. It was actually really fortunate because I found out that the Magpie's Lenormand was a thing right before the artist decided to create the Owl's Lenormand and reprint this deck. So I got these together. They're so special. I still have them in order because I need to take the time to study them still, but they're just so beautiful. I can't even, like, I'm sure this just won't even do it justice. Cannot put into words how pretty these decks are and how happy I am that I have like both of them. I feel like it's really cool for like side to side readings. First of all, look at these gildings. I feel like it's like very like black cat, golden retriever kind of duality kind of vibes. But then even though each card is the same, the illustrations are different. So each has its own vibe. So I'm going to keep them in order, but I'll just do some flip throughs. If you're familiar with Lenormand, then this obviously will make sense. And I also like that they replaced the gendered cards. So I just looked to remember what the people cards are, but I honestly can't tell. It shows how much I need to do studying wise for Lenormand, but I'm not sure what they did to replace it. But yeah, there's no gendered people cards. It's all like, what a unique coffin idea. The husks. But yeah, they're all just so, and it's funny that this one like has an owl in it. They both have owls as the scythe. The whip, just like beautiful lighting. Just so pretty. So I'm really happy that these are my Lenormand decks that I get to learn with. And I think they go really great together to do like shadow and light kind of readings. This reminds me of a dog I followed recently. And these cats are so cute. I can't. I'll stop flipping now, but I guess this one is almost the same. But yeah, just so amazing. I'm really grateful I have these. Look at that too. Inside versus outside. So yeah, anything else important? It's a really pretty moon card. And this one, similar. I'll stop flipping, but yeah, that is the Magpie's Lenormand and the Owl's Lenormand, and I've quite literally never seen them anywhere, and they're really, really special. I don't know if they're in print or not. Again, I will link below if I find links. But yeah, highly recommend if you can get your hands on these and are into Lenormand. Even though they made some changes to the cards, I still feel confident that I can learn with these cards. Being really pretty helps too. But but yes, these are my Lenormand decks. Once again, Magpies Lenormand, Owls Lenormand. So one last deck I want to show off is the Botanical deck by Jessica Bott. It's another one of her decks. So two T's in that, not to be confused with the Botanica Tarot. So the Botanical Tarot has some expansions that I have some of, and it is still in print, which is really cool. So this is a massive deck. It already comes with like an oracle deck that you can mix in, and then I added a couple expansions, so you can see it's huge. You can, of course, take those out if you just want it to be a normal tarot deck. It's literally like two. Like, it literally is the size of two. But yeah, this one is really cool. I just love her art, and shuffles really well. And her descriptions are really funny. But yeah, so like, for example, poisons and carnivorous are both expansions. I believe there's like house plants, medicines, fun stuff like that. I think there's some that I actually want to get still, to be honest. But I love these. They're just so colorful and unique, and I really love learning about different plants and herbs and flowers. You learn a lot from this, just reading the guidebook of this deck. And yeah, I mean, look at that. I love this Fool so much. It's so pretty, and it's also like not incredibly detailed, but yet so evocative. Like, I just really, as someone who wants to learn digital art more, I really appreciate this art style and find it really inspiring. So yeah, I've never ever seen this either. I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places. But yeah, I think I found this through learning of her through a podcast, and then it's on Etsy. But yeah, also kind of rare, I guess. Underrated. That is the Botanical Tarot by Jessica Bott. Real thick boy. Love them. So yeah, that is all the decks I wanted to show off today. You know, if one person finds a deck they really connect with as a result of this video, I will consider it a success. I honestly could keep going for quite a while. Maybe not quite a while. I honestly could keep going for a while, but I will just keep it to that so this video isn't super long. But thank you so much for being here with me today, and I hope you take care, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.